Angel from the Natrona County Library, bringing you another song and story, but this time from my big cozy bed in my warm, cozy, zebra-striped footy pajamas. So this is our song right here. It's called Pajama Party. Can you count how many pairs of pajamas there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 5 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." There were 4 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 4 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." 3 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 3 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." 2 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 2 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." There was 1 pair of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 1 pair of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. She danced around the room. She danced the hullabaloo till that pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." Good night. Good night, pajamas. All right, that brings us to our story. Our story today is called Bedtime for Bear by Bonnie Becker, illustrated by Katie McDonald Denton. I love these mouse and bear stories. They're so much fun. Everything had to be just so for Bear's bedtime. His glass of water had to sit on the exact right spot on his bedstand. His favorite pillow must be nicely fluffed. His nightcap needed to be snug. And most of all, it had to be quiet. Very, very quiet. One evening, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. When he opened the door, there stood Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. He clasped a tiny suitcase in his paw. "I am here to spend the night," exclaimed Mouse with a happy wiggle of his whiskers. "Surely we agreed on next Tuesday," protested Bear. "No," said Mouse. "You most definitely said tonight." "Oh," said Bear. Bear had never had an overnight guest before. Guests could quite possibly mess things up and make noise, and Bear needed quiet, absolute quiet at bedtime. Even so Bear and Mouse enjoyed an evening of checkers and warm cocoa, and soon it was time for bed. "Remember, I must have absolute quiet," reminded Bear. "Oh, indeed," said Mouse. Bear set out his glass of water. He adjusted his nightcap. He fluffed his favorite pillow and climbed into bed. It was very, very quiet. He closed his eyes. Bristle, bristle, bristle. Bear heard a noise. It was Mouse brushing his teeth. Ahem. Bear cleared his throat in a reminding sort of way. "Oh, most sorry," said Mouse. Bear closed his eyes again. Mouse hummed while he put on his nightshirt. "Absolute quiet," muttered Bear most patiently. "Deepest apologies," said Mouse. Creak, squeak, rattle went Mouse's bed as he hopped in. Bear jammed his pillow over his ears and gritted his teeth and closed his eyes. He was just about to drift off to sleep when... "Good night, Bear," Mouse called softly. Bear tried to pretend he was asleep. "Good night, Bear," Mouse called a little louder. "My ears are highly sensitive," cried Bear. "Really? How interesting," said Mouse. "Can you hear this?" Mouse mumbled into his pillow. "Yes." Amazing. How about this?" Mouse said from under his pillow. "Quiet!" Mouse slipped under his blankets, crawled to the bottom of his bed, and whispered, "Can you hear?" "Silence!" Bear roared. Mouse slid from his bed, went into the closet, and said in the tiniest possible voice, in the farthest, darkest, teeniest possible corner of the closet, "Surely you can't hear?" "Will this torment never cease?" wailed Bear. "Sorry, Bear." "Good night, Bear," whispered Mouse, tiptoeing back into his bed as quiet as, well, you know. Bear fluffed his favorite pillow, adjusted his nightcap, and waited. But there was no more sound from Mouse. At last it was quiet. Very, very quiet. Bear heard a shuffling sound. "Mouse, is that you?" No answer. Bear heard a creak, creak, creak on the floorboards. "I know it's you." No answer. "You can't fool me," Bear growled, but he didn't sound very certain. Bear heard a low moaning noise. "Mouse?" Silence. Bear was sure something rustled on the floor. "Mouse!" he cried. "Wake up!" Whoa. He woke him up all right. Mouse stumbled out of bed, small and gray and sleepy-eyed. What is it? But Bear couldn't see any rustly, moany sort of thing in his room. Actually, his room looked quite as it always looked. "Nothing," lied Bear, still clutching his blanket to his chin. "I must have been talking in my sleep." Bear chuckled. But it sounded a little quavery. said Mouse, glancing at Bear. Could I peek under your bed? Asked Mouse. Sometimes I like to check for things, you know. Well, if you insist, said Bear. Nothing, Mouse called from under the bed. You'll want to check behind the curtains, I suppose, Bear said. All clear, declared Mouse a moment later. You'd better check the closet, offered Bear. Then you won't be a bit nervous. Mouse came out of the closet, dusting his paws. Not a thing. Oh, thank you, Bear. Good night, Bear. Wait, said Bear. You'll want a bedtime story, I suppose. I mean, for your nerves. For my nerves, said Mouse. Oh, indeed, I'm quite shaken. Then, with an eager flick of his tail, he settled on Bear's favorite pillow. And Bear told him all about the adventures of brave, strong Bear and the very frightened little mouse. Soon Bear began to yawn. Well, Mouse yawned too. Good night, Bear, said Mouse. Good night, Mouse, said Bear. Then Bear began to snore loudly. But Mouse just smiled. And soon Mouse and Bear were fast asleep. Well, thanks for tuning in to my bedtime stories today. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.